So most people have a really embarrassing story in their life, and like we have a lot of embarrassing moments that just kind of fly by and we don't remember them for obvious reasons. But there is this one story that happened to me that always seems to stick out, and I will never forget it. It's my most embarrassing story ever. And I hope you enjoy it. So it was a normal day during class, during recess when I was in first grade at my elementary school. All the kids were doing kid things, being kids and throwing things at each other, playing on the monkey bars, playing Foursquare. And at like our school, we had these all kinds of different little toys to play with. We had, obviously the monkey bars and the swings and the teeter-totters, and we also had this like old kind of car frame that everyone played in. And I always thought I was so grown up for playing in it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm only in first grade, but I can already drive this thing. How awesome is that? So it was me and like a couple other people playing on this car. And I was like, how do I authenticate this feeling of feeling grown up? How can I be more grown up? So I thought, what do old people do when they're in cars? Oh, well, they spit. Old people spit when they're driving. That's grown up. So I just started spitting. Hey, look at me. I'm all big. I can spit. And I was like, what else do big people do? Oh, big people fart when they're driving. That's what big people do. So I lifted a cheek, and I was hoping I'd get some good resonance off this like wood bench I was sitting on. And I just let her rip. But this fart was different. This fart was like no fart I had ever had before. All the other farts before this one were, a sound and a smell. But this one, it's like I had eaten 6 years of Taco Bell and just let it sit and it came out at once. But I had to second guess every fart ever since that one. And it's because it was a surprise. It's a poopy, so I just started running. I didn't know what to do. I just started taking off, running into walls, and it's like, oh my God, I gotta figure out I gotta go to the bathroom. And so I was just bailing through the school trying to find the nearest bathroom, just taking off. I swear there's like this stench following me, just of poop. And so I ran in, kicked down the door, and got into the bathroom. I had to assess the situation, so I looked at the damage, and the damage was pretty bad. It was like a water balloon full of brown water had got off in my pants. And it's like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? My He-Man underwear. My underoos are destroyed. And so I was thinking, I could maybe try and clean it up, but no, dude, it was everywhere. This was like a poop explosion. And so I was like, I could fake like I'm sick. Maybe I could go back home and just clean up there. And so I got the bright idea, oh, dude, I'm just going to ditch the evidence, man. The poopy brown underwear, it's got to go. And it smelled the whole bathroom up. It was terrible when I took them off. They were just like dripping. So I got my underwear off, and I'm like, okay, do I throw it in the trash? I was like, no, they'll be able to find it in the trash. So I stuck it in the toilet. I just took my dirty brown underoos and tossed them, just started kicking and put them in the toilet. Gotta go, man. That way they'll never see the evidence. And so I just put it in there, flushed it, didn't look back. Was freeballing for the first time. It was pretty awesome. Going commando. And I just took off, went back to class because recess was over at that point. And then, I didn't think much of it, really, at the time. It was kind of weird having no underwear on and just feeling like I should have someone. And so I don't know about you, but in first grade we had like a reading circle. Everybody had this reading circle. And it was time for the reading circle at the time. And the teacher's like, all right, kids, time to go to the reading circle. And we all walked over and, everyone was sitting down to do the reading circle. And all of a sudden, this kid, comes out of nowhere. Just starts coming through the door, running, teacher, teacher. Teacher, someone flushed their underwear down the toilet. And at that time, I just froze. All the other kids had sat down already, and I was just like, oh, God. And the teacher says, all right, kids, did any of you have an accident or something? Do you guys know anything about this? And I was like, yeah, right. I'm not going to admit to flushing my poopy underwear down the toilet. Like, why would I even want to do that? I'll be mocked for the rest of my life. And so I was just in shock. I was just standing up, freeballing it. And what I didn't know is that this girl next to me was like, Dutchy, sit down. And she yanked at my shorts. And my shorts came down, and just there I was. Little smoky flapping in the wind. My little baby balls just sitting there. And at that point, I think it was painfully obvious who had flushed their poopy underwear down the toilet. My most embarrassing story ever.